Some Catholic elementary schools could merge or even close under a new strategic plan being launched today by the Diocese of Buffalo, a plan called Faith in Tomorrow. The new vision is designed to fully examine all Catholic elementary schools in the 8 counties of western New York. Wbfo's Eileen Buckley sat down with Kostyniak, the Diocese Secretary of Catholic Education, to explain the new vision.
There are 51 Catholic elementary school buildings and 15 high schools serving about 17,000 students in this region. The diocese already conducted some school closings and consolidations a few years ago during its Journey in Faith and Grace program. It caused some outcry from parents and parishioners. But this latest strategic effort is to engage the schools in a process of a comprehensive self-evaluation. Given tough financial times, another drop in area population, and low enrollment at some of the smaller schools, the diocese wants to ensure a strong future for Catholic education.
We really want to be very transparent about the whole process. In designing this program, we've been also very transparent. We've held meetings with pastors and principals. We've had input from hundreds of people. Our advisory council, the Diocesan Catholic Schools Advisory Council, led the way. Members of the council each chaired one of the committees. And on those committees, we had parents, we had principals, we had pastors. So we really feel that we have gone out of our way to be all-inclusive and to be transparent. It addresses a number of areas, such as finances, Catholic identity, academic excellence, marketing and communication, facilities and transportation, health and human services. So it is a plan that looks at all aspects of our Catholic schools, Catholic elementary schools, how we can strengthen it, how we can continue the strong programs that we've had.
You have these key areas within the strategic plan that you've defined. How do each of those components work, and how is this different from the Journey in Faith that consolidated and did indeed close some schools?
Yes. Well, Journey in Faith and Grace was geared at parishes primarily, and yes, in fact, right before I came to this position, we did close some schools. This is a comprehensive plan looking at every aspect of education, not just buildings and number of buildings. So looking at the demographics that Verdi and Associates has researched for us. We also worked with Meitler, who is an independent national contractor who works with dioceses on strategic plans. Both of those funded through the John R. Oshai Foundation. So building on that, it was recommended that we look at these various key result areas to strengthen the entire program.
Will this ensure that no schools will close again?
No, that will not happen. We know that, in fact, we probably do have too many buildings that we need to look at. We have a declining population. We will be working in various regions. We know the public schools are closing elementary schools, again, also because of the declining populations. We will be working with those parishes, their boards, the school boards, the parents, to try to find the optimum way to continue Catholic education and make it exciting, strengthen programs. So, yes, that's what we'll need to do.
So will some schools fold into another? Will it be consolidation, but one will indeed possibly close? How do you soften the blow after what you've gone through from the Journey in Faith?
Well, softening the blow is always difficult, but I think presenting the financial picture, the demographics that we have, the reality is there. And so we would probably look to mergers and to understand exactly how this would work together. It's never easy. People are attached to their local school, but we cannot afford to operate schools with a population of 100 students. And probably it's not even good education. It is nice for young parents to consider those very small class sizes, but as they move on, the whole socialization really requires schools that are larger.
Any idea at this point what schools are most vulnerable?
I can't say that right now. We are working in a couple of areas, but right now that piece would be confidential for those areas. Until we work with those families, with those school communities, we would prefer not to say at this time.
will by the fall we see that change come into place where perhaps a school has been consolidated before the start of the next school year, or is that too soon?
That would be too soon. We really are looking to present this data to these schools and say, here's the reality. What can we do about it? And so kind of looking to them to come up with a solution. Is there a solution to rally the community around the school, or is there a solution to merge with another, or what does this program look like? So we're looking for that input from them. But the goal is to really evaluate these schools and really try to put them on a sound financial basis, as well as put some excitement in our academic programs, really to look at some accelerated programs. How can we address the needs of more students, those kinds of things.
Carol, a lot of work ahead for you. Thank you so much for coming in and describing Faith in Tomorrow for our audience.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.